Aloha. I've been waiting on this video to come out for a while. This is where Bernie Sanders is on Stephen Colbert, and they've been holding out. It's a whole algorithm, the way these television shows are designed, down to the damn commercials that come on here. Every commercial that's on the Colbert whatever network on YouTube is they got these like down home cooking American dream sort of commercials, which is all about reproduction, which is all about just being in this whole New York life sort of mentality. Whatever it is, they got it. It's like it's covered. So this one I just missed it, but this is the same one. So I'm just gonna play it, and then I'll stop it here and there and just explain what I see, or just let it go, whatever it is. But compare the two, Biden versus Stephen Colbert, and you can see how Colbert is what he's going for. What they're trying to do is like you can see how Vice President Joe Biden is being sold as the dude. Bless you, Kenya. The dude for Colbert, and Sanders is being like the he's the guy that they want to act like they don't want. Either way, socialism or more the same. Socialism with Sanders or more the same with Obama is just a different version of socialism. So they want all of this stuff to happen. They like this stuff happening like this. So you're really working with two poisons right now, being pawned off as some kind of really good thing. So anyway, here we go. Here's this asshole commercial.
But I had to use so many sheets per spill. The rule just disappeared.
So what?
My next guest is the Democratic presidential
it's just your world
in New Hampshire
painted.
and Iowa. Please welcome Senator Bernie Sanders.
Battery's going dead. I'm just gonna play this anyway.
Generally speaking, they chant my name.
Even the tone, the way he's speaking, the whole like.
Of your new show, here is your very own Feel the Burn moment.
Feel the burn. So they gotta tell you, like, you getting ready to be burned. This is not like, these are all double back sort of
Feel the burn. All right. Now, Senator,
terms
you're the
that
junior
mean
senator
stuff.
from Vermont.
Yep.
You're the longest
starts
serving
off
independent in Congress.
junior.
You're the first self-described socialist.
He's trying to like talk him down.
Senate. You're currently drawing crowds of tens of thousands of people to hear you campaign for
Because
the Democratic
he's
presidential nomination.
secretly, well, not secretly, he's openly for Joe Biden.
What's happening? Did
they
you
want-
expect this
they
to
want
happen
Joe
because
Biden
you
in
have
there.
shocked the political class in the United States?
Well, this is what I expected, Stephen. I think...
Hang on your every word. Go ahead.
They're selling. This is selling.
I knew that
Every
we had a message that would resonate with the American people. This is the wealthiest country in the history of the world, and yet almost
History
all
of the
income
world.
and wealth
Okay.
is going to the top 1%, and people do not feel good about that. At a time when we're seeing more millionaires and billionaires, we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any other major country on earth. We are the only major wealthy country that doesn't guarantee health care to all people, family and
So
medical leave,
he's
paid
being
sick
put
time,
out
paid
there
vacation
to be
time.
sold
And people are
as
asking, why?
the guy
Why
who's
can't we create
he's
a
so
nation?
far out there. He wants to sell something so different.
We're the richest. Let me just play capitalism's advocate here for a second. We're the
That
richest
in
nation
the
in the
later
world
innings
because we're a
is
capitalist
going to be
nation.
unbelievable.
If we became a
That
socialist
like,
nation,
he
we
can't
would just be like some Scandinavian country.
he can't be because we need some more of the same who's just going to sell exactly what.
Why do you want that for the United States?
They want Bernie Sanders to be the guy who comes out there and sells all the ideas, and then in the last inning they bring out the people that they really want to do what he's saying. So they're just going to bring somebody out, just like Hillary Clinton had to adjust what Bernie Sanders is selling, and she had to up her game up based upon what Bernie Sanders was doing. Now the new Democratic, and this is why there's so many people on the Republican side and barely anybody on the Democratic side, because they're saving up. They want that dunk. They want somebody to come in there and dunk. They want to. So Bernie Sanders is basically giving an alley-oop right now with ideas and all these like out of the ordinary things, but they want somebody that they can trust to come in there and say what Bernie Sanders is. So he's the alley-oop dude.
Not exactly. Look, clearly we want a society which encourages entrepreneurship, innovation.
So he's telling you,
But
oh
what we
yeah,
also
everything is going to be the
want
same.
Is a society in which all of our
It's going to be
people
America, but it's going to be
enjoy a
America
decent
times
standard of
awesome.
living, and not a society in which the very rich get much richer while virtually everybody else gets poorer.
So he's trying to put a happy face on socialism so Obama can come in here with Joe Biden in the later innings and be like, oh yeah, we're going to do everything that Bernie Sanders was talking about, but we're going to do it with an Obama face on it, and like cool, we're going to be cool about it, so you can trust us. So he's the fall guy. Bernie Sanders is the fall guy.
To the top 1%. That major corporations making billions of dollars
Hillary,
in some cases don't
'cause
pay a nickel in federal
he's just
taxes.
repeating stuff that has been said over and over again for the last like few years, forever actually, but it's been out in the mainstream for the last few years. So he's coming up to make it seem like he's saying something new. He's not. This shit is old.
And you are a
But it sounds new because nobody talks about it. So you can see how Colbert is trying to cut him down.
Why will you not accept those two terms as the insults they're meant to be?
He has to continually cut him down because he wants to bring in
I prefer the term
somebody else who has his
progressive,
ideas.
but I'll tell you why. When you look at countries in Scandinavia,
Again,
But all of
here
them.
we go. All right.
Denmark. He said Denmark. Denmark. They want you to be like Denmark. In Denmark, you see that you can hear the terminology, or that you can learn the word magic between Denver and Denmark and the Devil's Den, and that whole like connection right there. This is magic that they're working with, and they're trying to tell you like what's coming up next.
For free. They have a very
They want to
strong
sell you. They're
child
like, they
care
need
system
you
for the middle
to be
class
happy
wages
slaves because
are
you've been
higher.
unhappy for so long.
So what
But now
you
there's so
have
many
is
people
a
that are aware of
society
stuff
where
because the
government,
internet's out
as
there, and
I
then people are
believe
talking
it
and
should
hitting the
in this
streets.
country,
They
radical
need
idea
people.
though it may be,
See, he's
should
saying he's
actually
radical. Ain't nothing
represent
radical about
working
this
people
shit.
in the middle class rather than large campaign donors.
This all exists inside a box.
if you can stick around,
A colonized,
if you
a
can stick around
colonial
1 second, we've got to get some message
box.
right now from giant corporations who pay our
See,
bills.
and now it always goes back. It's like even no matter what you say,
The bad guys from Bernie Sanders. We'll be right back.
they gotta pay the bills, and you
Bernie Sanders. Go
gotta
Bernie,
put up
come
the sweat and blood for it. And watch these commercials come out. They're gonna come out with another one. And see, in the background, they got the rhythm coming out. They get the magic is always there. The actual soul has got to be there, but it's always in the back. So they got to find people who are going to sell that soul. But these people are going to be the people that are running shit. This is magic here. So you got to understand, you can't fight magic with guns. You got to understand magic and learn magic and use magic with magic.
Trump and saying that you are exciting or taking
So Donald
advantage
Trump
of the
is the
same
fall
general
guy.
anger
He's
that
the
Donald
he's the
Trump
guy
is. You're the Democratic Trump
to put
is one
out.
of the handles that's being put on you.
He's put Donald Trump is being out there to be the guy that everybody's be like, all right, well, I said this before, everybody knows this. He's the one that you just know.
Racism.
Watch how they put this commercial in here real quick. He's talking about, watch how quick this is.
As rapists or as criminals.
He says there's some good ones. He says there's some good ones.
But, and that's the same old that's gone on in this country for a very long time.
Last time they went to a commercial,
some group of people,
where there was some
go after
Geico commercial or something.
Anger and you turn it against them, you win votes on that. I think that is disgraceful and not something we should be doing in
Some
2015.
racist. So, racism, clapping, they're playing with
What
your
I am talking
emotions.
about is a vision which goes beyond telling us that we have to hate a group of people.
Last time they went to
What I
that,
am talking about is saying
that commercial where it's like, oh, just imagine if slavery was back in, and you owned me and that whole thing, that's a mind code. That was put in right at that moment when he was talking about Mexicans. The last time I watched this video.
Now, certainly, Hillary Clinton.
So
would
Trump
agree
is
with
just
everything
a
that you
topic.
just said.
He's out there to
What
be
he said
somebody
there's
to talk
people there
about.
who say, I'm going to vote for
To
Hillary
make
Clinton
everybody
because
else
Bernie
look
Sanders
good.
can't win in the general, and I want us to keep the White House so we can
See?
appoint.
Now Colbert is telling you what they're getting ready to do.
You're really a Ralph Nader figure more than you are a presidential candidate.
Well, let me respond in two ways. Number one,
He's
if
telling
you
you.
look at the polls of me running against Republicans, despite the fact that still in this country 20, 30, 40%
All
of
of
people
these
don't know who I am or
politicians
what
are
I am
selling the
fighting
same
for,
garbage.
we do almost as well, and in some cases better.
It's
than
up to the
Hillary Clinton
people
does
to
today,
think
and
outside
that
of
will only
this.
get better in the future. Second of all,
Think bigger of what they're selling.
Second of all,
Otherwise,
second of all,
they'll just be
Republicans
continue
win
selling
when the
these
voter
hopeless state of
turnout
mind.
is low. I think the kinds of crowds and the excitement that we are generating with young people, with working people, will result in very large voter turnouts to get the
See, they
White
still
House,
want you
and
to
not
vote.
only get the
Give
White
your
House,
power away.
recapture
Give
the
your
Senate and do well in the House.
But how much do you want it? Because you don't have every tool in your toolbox to win this thing.
See, he has
You
to
don't have
continually
super
cut
PAC.
him down.
That's
And
where
if
the
you
big
watch the
cash
Joe
is
Biden
these
video,
days, okay? After
you see
Citizens
he's
United,
consistently trying to bring him up. I'm not going to do a video on that. You can watch that one. But you can see Colbert is basically just jerking off Joe Biden the whole time. And you can see how Colbert is really trying to cut down Bernie Sanders.
Sir, you gotta be in it. Every tool in the chest. Don't bring a spoon to a knife fight.
Right. Stephen, I don't have a super PAC. I'm one of the few presidential candidates who does not. Because frankly, I don't support the agenda of corporate America or the billionaire class. I don't want their money.
See, he waited for that clap. He wants to make it look like, oh yeah, he's outside of the bad guys. So Trump is like another bad guy. The corporations is another bad guy. And Bernie Sanders is outside of all that. So they want you to get caught up in like the bad guys and not to realize that these so-called benevolent politicians are just the bad guys dressed in cool suits.
Good luck. How are you doing in my home state of South Carolina?
We're working on it.
Let's hurry up and get these slaves back to work. 15 now.
2016. Bernie Sanders, everybody. We'll be right back.
So now Joe Biden, I got a little bit of time on here. Hopefully the battery don't run out. So Joe Biden, got Joe Biden on here. He wanted to talk about like how they want to tether on the emotion of Joe Biden's human story, what happened to his son and being a veteran in that whole thing and that.
Be careful what you wish for.
See, they're telling you, be careful what you wish for.
Everybody likes Joe. Everybody likes
See?
Joe. And
There you go.
I have to say, even talking about you.
This is part 2 of this interview.
I'm uncomfortable calling you Joe. You're the Vice
That's
President of the
fine.
United States.
Yeah.
No. I want
You're trying to humanize people.
The respect it deserves. How much is that? because people
They're
make
telling
jokes
you.
about the prize president,
Oh, look.
jokes about the office all the time.
Sure, they should. Look, no, they really should. There is no inherent power in the vice presidency. One of the reasons when the president first asked me to
So now they're setting up
and I said, Mr. President,
the foundation.
I said, Barack, I don't want to be vice president, and I'll do anything I can to help you because
This is all about humanizing him.
And he said,
I want to hear Joe Biden. I mean, Colbert talk about.
in incredible.
You can see. I want you to see Colbert
Being
how he's
there
speaking to
for
him.
The tough moments. There is one job that preps you for.
See,
Chief of Staff.
And I just want to talk about the elephant.
this is who they really want to
which
go in there.
this case is a
They
dog.
want Joe Biden. See how he said, "Oh yeah, this is all like fun and games."
Do you have anything
My
you'd like to tell us
video's
right
about to
now
run
about
out right now.
plans?
Yes.
See how he playing? This is all a game. These are all
I think you should run
actors.
for president again, and I'll be your vice president.
See, they want Obama in there and Joe Biden, Obama as vice president and Joe Biden as the president, so they can sell Obama's Obamacare and that whole system. So my video is about to run out right now. So thank you for joining me. I'm glad I paused it right there so you can see like what they're trying to sell. So until next time, peace, love, and harmony.